Hello teacher, in this video we are going to continue discussing the different strategies that we can use as an effective science teacher. Okay, so earlier in the first video we have talked about the widthness and overlapping as well as smoothness. In this the second video we are going to continue the smoothness. Okay, so another way to ensure that there is smoothness in the transition of our lessons during our science class, okay, as teachers we should avoid starting an activity and then leave it dangling by beginning another activity. So one example for that is that say for example you have an assignment, you have given an assignment the previous day, and then on this day, you have asked your learners to answer the assignment and write their answers on the chalkboard. Okay, so while you have 3 or more students answering on the chalkboard for the assignment, you have asked the class if are they excited for today's activity, which is about laboratory. So they will conduct experiment for that day. So yung tendency kasi niyan, teacher, meron, di ba, nagpasagot ka ng assignment on the chalkboard. Tapos, habang may mga estudyante na nag-answer sa chalkboard, yung attention mo andun sa the rest of the class kasi tinanong mo sila about sa laboratory. And then, of course, merong mga estudyante din tayo na interested. So, they will ask questions about the laboratory equipments or how excited they are about the upcoming activities. So, parang ganon. So, yung tendency, yung attention mo is mapupunta na dun sa laboratory and then maiiwan na yung mga estudyante nandoon sa chalkboard na nagsusulat ng assignment. And another effect niyan is, let's say for example, meron kang estudyante na hindi klaro sa kanya kung ano yung assignment. So nahihirapan siya sa pagsagot ng assignment. So kasi yung attention mo andun na sa laboratory experiment, hindi mo na mapapansin or hindi na matutugunan yung need na estudyante na ma-clarify yung concept sa kanya, yung pina-assignment mo. Okay? I hope you got that one, teacher. So, to ensure na merong smoothness, so, unahon sa jud mo og human ang katong pagpa-answer sa assignment before ka magpangutana sa katong another activity. Like say, for example, sa laboratory experiment. So, una, tagi-tagihon sa jud nimo, dapat ang focus kay naa sa per activity. So, ana siya. And then, sometimes pod, okay lang no, if nagpa-answer ka sa assignment and then tahay na dili malikaya na divert ang attention, okay lang if mabalikan ang assignment. However, sometimes nga malimtan na gyud si assignment, maputol na. So that's the thing we call truncation. So mayroon dangling na siya, no? Okay, so hanging kumbaga. So another way to ensure that there's smoothness in the transition of our class is that when there is a problem in the middle of an activity, way to deal with it later to avoid interruption in the class. Say for example, meron kang science class, meron kang nakita na si estudyante is nagasulat siya, nag-answer og assignment para sa English class, which is for the next session or for the next teacher. Okay? So instead of, direct appealing na tawag ka sab ani mo isa sa estudyante kay ngano nag-answer man ka og kaning kuan kanang dili part sa ato ang lesson karon nga science man ta karon, dili man ta English. Okay, keep that away. Okay, sometimes ma-disrupt ang class ana tungod kay kanang ang imong attention imbis na ang flow sa imong discussion is smooth na unta, kaso nag-interrupt ka tungod sa kanang nga estudyante nga nag-answer og lahi nga question. So, maputol na, wala na smooth na. So, how to deal with it? Okay? So, if ever may nakita ka sa estudyante nagasulat og English nga assignment niya instead of your paying attention in your science class, so what you can do is what? Proximity control. Go to the learner, patik-atik lang kang duol sa learner, and then i-point ang iyahang papel. Like, dili na ka mag-mention nga, oy, unsa man ni. Like, you just You just point the paper na gina-work sa estudyante, and then sa estudyante silently iyan natutaguon kay kabalo siya nga nakabalo ka nga nag-answer siya og para sa science ay para sa English nga class niya, dili para sa imuhang lesson. Okay, so that's one way to ensure smoothness in class. Okay, let's have another strategy, the thing we call momentum. So we as effective science teachers dapat ma-contain yun ding momentum. Kabalo mo ta sa ning momentum, no? Kaning peak kumbaga. Sometimes during our class activity, lami na jud kaayo ang lami na kayo ang dagan sa klase, lami na kayo ang dagan sa discussion nga dapat kanang ang momentum nato nga uy sige padayon og discuss dapat ma-maintain jud na siya. Kay if naatay mabuhat nga something or like na maka-distract sa ato, of course na imbis na nata sa peak mukalit lang og ka down. So kanang murag dili na ang interest sa mga estudyante, of course maputol kay na disrupt ang momentum. Okay, so we need to maintain momentum or a steady sense of movement throughout the lesson, and this will help engage the learners in the activities. Okay, so one way to make sure na ma-establish yun nato momentum is that we provide interesting activities to our learners. Dapat when we are giving instructions in terms, diba, kanang kuntahay laboratory experiment, your learners are very excited to go inside the science laboratory. They are already excited to conduct the experiment. So, one way to ensure na ma-maintain mo ang momentum is that when you give instructions, dili na kay kapahaba-haba og instructions. Dili kay ka na murag mag-atag og instructions like for 10 minutes. So, and tendency kasi niya, nawawala na yung interest ng estudyante sa'yo. Nawa na, na-board ka doon. Sa pa man ni mahuman si ma'am og yaw-yaw, oy. So, instead of giving lengthy instructions, you may just write the instructions in a sheet of paper and then reproduce it, and then bawat grupo or individually bibigyan mo sila so they will read the instructions by themselves. If mayroong question, yun na kanang murag general instructions na lang kumbaga imuha. Ang detailed instruction isulat na lang nimo ipabasa sa estudyante. At least ilang interest naan jud dito So ang momentum sa pag-conduct sa experiment is naagi hapon dito Okay, so another way to ensure that ma-maintain ang momentum is just, di ba, when we are giving lectures in class. So ang tendency man good pag lengthy kaayo ang imong lecture, mawala na ang interest ni learner sa imuha, especially if bored. Diba na there are really teachers na somehow ang ilang voice dili kaayo appealing, kanang hinay ra kaayo, muraging so ma-bored sa estudyante. So dugangan pagyud sa kaning attention span ng isang learner. Regular attention span of a learner is just 15 to 20 minutes. Bisan gani adult, 15 to 20 minutes lang ang attention span ni learner. So, dapat dili na ka mag-more than, supposed to be, di na ka mag-more than of 15 to 20 minutes, or 20 minutes exactly ang imuhang lecture. To maintain the thing we call momentum, para dili ma-turn off ang interest ni estudyante. Okay? So, next strategy is giving of group focus and accountability. Okay, so a teacher will always be involved in a large group of students and at the same time must hold each student accountable for learning. So this is very particular in giving group activities, right? Kasi minsan sa estudyante or sa teacher, yung tendency kasi niyan kapag nagpapag-group activity ka, kanang murag dili na nimo sila matutukan individually. Okay? So as teacher, dapat i-explain mo sa ilaha that though they are working by group, they will be graded individually. They are really accountable for their individual grades. Dili sila magsalig na nakagrupo sila og bright, no? So dapat each of them will have a contribution to their group mates or group members. Okay? So, as teacher, we need to encourage the student, or we need to hold their attention. Okay? How can we hold their attention? So, we need to pause, look around, the group and bring the students in before calling on someone. Okay? So, mura po ni siya sa the art of questioning. You will ask the question first. Or, diba, you will look, when you ask the question, look at the eyes of your learners. O, diba? Kanang, diba? Eye contact. And then, after that one, you will ask a specific person to answer your question. Or you may also, what? You may also, magpa-games ka, like, paunahan by group, o, kung isang group ang unang mag-answer, o, kanana, then anyone from the group can answer. And then, pwede po nga magpa-raise of hand, and then you will call, you will choose. Okay? So, another for this group focus and accountability is we need to keep students in suspense as to who will be called upon next by avoiding a predictable pattern for selecting students. Okay, sometimes during oral recitation, kaning kuan, na alphabetical order. So instead of using that, so instead of having patterns in terms of calling names of the students, so we may use what? Now, we will call them randomly. Kaya diba, pag alphabetical order, magsalig pa tong naa si letter Z, na dili pa siya matawagan. So, dili na siya mag-think of answer. Okay, so, another, another way to conduct this group focus and accountability is that interspersing individual responses with mass unison responses. Okay? Though dili recommended yung mag-chorus answer, di ba? Mag-answer in chorus. Okay, dapat individual yun. Pero, however, it will also help a teacher na sometimes by group ang mag-answer o sometimes individual ang mag-answer. Kay, para na ay variability, varied ang inuhang teaching strat in terms of, asking questions. And also, you need to alert those non-performing students, okay? So, kasi nga minsan, di ba, sa group activity, minsan sa estudyante, nagasalig na siya kagrupo, marag 1 or 2 persons lang in that group ang mag-work. Ang the rest, pahayahay na. So, you need to make sure as a teacher na ang tanang mga estudyante, either performing or non-performing, active or non-active, na agyo sila chance nga matawagan. Okay? So, wala siya. Oh, another way po to ensure na the learners will really listen is that, mag-ask ka og estudyante. Okay, pangutanon mo si Bright nga estudyante. Okay, Junjun, what is blah 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 blah? What can you say about blah 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 blah? So, to make sure na si non-performing estudyante, kay naminaw yun, you may ask him, okay, Jan, ano ang sinabi ni Junjun? Okay, so something like that. So, ang tendency, maminaw yun sila. Muna siya ang effect ana nga strategy. Okay, so another way of calling students is that, diba, we use random number technique. Diba, we will ask, okay, Junjun, kindly give me a number, and then Junjun will give another, a number. Let's say, for example, number 10, ma'am. So, you will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then, natungnan nga si Jan ang number 10. So, Jan will answer the next question. Something like that. So, yun siya. In this remaining topic, we will continue discussing this on the next video. So, thank you so much, teacher, for listening. And I hope you will view the third video. Thanks!